Today we're going to be doing a repair. This area was pressure washed yesterday, but the problem area has been this scupper. I actually think some of it had got in from the outside. The local contractor is going to assist with waterproofing the outside of that scupper. And then on the inside, this is actually a silicone patch that they put on. Everything got real weak and rotted. So what we're going to do is open that all the way up. Obviously, we got to cut out the silicone. We're not going to be able to attach to that. So that all has to go. We're going to strip this thing down as much as necessary, and then, get rid of anything that's no good in there, and then build it back up and make it watertight. And then this area is was all bridging. I think you can see the movement. So we're going to open that up and reseal it, and then just do basically an SMAA 1P over this whole bottom, like say 2 squares ish or so, just to give it some strength. But I want to get the air out of the sheet, and I want to get the bridging out, open it up and see what the problem is. We're getting close to the demo stage. Everything down here is actually pretty tight and nice. So you can just see there was some void right here. You can just see where the flange of the scupper comes out onto the roof. But all of this is really, really tight, and there's no split, no crack, no problem. So I don't see any reason to tear all this membrane out. I pulled that little void out, and then this was all loose. So, we'll seal this all back down. What I gotta do is find a place to bite onto. So what I'm gonna do is clean out some of that coating and some of that previous 3-course that goes into the scupper, and then extend this new patch past. I think that's the play. Feel good. I got all the mostly clean metal, took a wire brush to it. We've blown away all the little particles and chunkies and stuff. No rust, there's some asphalt, but that shouldn't be an issue. But now I feel good. I have a nice, 6 inches of clean metal on the bottom that my mastic will stick to. Trying to give you a work in progress. We got the majority of the scupper not quite done, but I wanted to give you an in progress video. So that bridging and loose sheet, we got cut out, we sliced it open, put mastic underneath, and then we stepped it out, got all the air out, and then did a 3-course. Actually, we did a 5-course, a little 6-inch and then a 12-inch. And then both sides, so all that air is gone from in there. Now we have a nice fully adhered sheet underneath. I do have 3-course into the scupper, top, sides, and bottom. And now I'm going to use a couple of 12-inch pieces just to finish this thing off. And then we'll be ready for the all acrylic ply over top of everything. So coming together. Okay, mastic work is done now. Got it all smoothed out, feel real good about it. We kind of left the polyester showing. So this is something for repairs when time's an issue. I don't know if you can see from the video, but I didn't put like a real formal top coat over top of this work. So there's a piece of 6-inch that's underneath there. That obviously does have a full 3-course. I had to top coat the 6-inch. But then the 12-inch, I left the polyester kind of exposed. I just used whatever mastic was laying around and brushed it in. But because I am putting that acrylic ply over top of this whole area right now, I don't want that mastic on top. I'm just going to use the 720 as the top coat to my 3-course. Up there, I'm not going to be plying up there, so I did do a formal 3-course with the mastic on the top of it as well. But on the bottoms where I'm about to ply with a 40-inch roll and 720, I left the polyester exposed a little bit. Not too bad for what should be a pretty close to permanent repair. But I wanted to point out, sometimes as the acrylic cures, this happens with the emulsion as well. When you do apply, sometimes, it looks great when you leave it, and then when it dries, it pops up later. But this is something that's not uncommon. The sheet just, it only has so much give to it. I just wanted to make note, so when you do one of these repairs, if it's not a full roof install, you're going to have a lap somewhere that, where the patch ends. Make sure you use some extra product. Really take the time to broom in the edges and make sure they're all sealed in really nice. I put a lot of emphasis on trying to bury that lap. This is the finished product. We did tear out. At the scupper area, there was silicone at the scupper that we had to remove, and there was some voids, little air pockets. The sheet wasn't fully adhered in a couple of the corners. So we demoed the scupper, cleaned out inside the scupper about 5-6 inches, used a wire brush, scrapers, got all the chunkies and old coatings and mastics out of there, and then chiseled it out and then used a wire brush to kind of score up the metal and clean it. And then we blew everything off real good. They did an awesome job of pressure washing this yesterday, so it was all nice and clean when we got here. 5-course detail at the scupper. We installed a SMAA 1P right here, just to kind of reinforce the whole area there. But even on the SM1Ps, you know, when you have these low spots or you know, up along crickets, you know, water is going to sit there and it's going to get a heavy dose of water. So that is where on our specs it's a requirement for all of our warranted work that you put a reinforced acrylic ply just to help combat, you know, when water ponds. Even if the rest of the roof is just one ply and emulsion, we still need that ply and acrylic down in these spots. And that's for basically every one of our specs. A very important step that you just can't forget. I feel real good. I mean, this is a really, really nice, long-lasting, never have to mess with it repair. So we were already here, and you know, we'd already set up, we're already dirty. So an extra half hour, maybe 45 minutes of work, and I feel real good. This repair is gonna last.
This repair isn't necessarily specific to this project. Oftentimes on Western Colloid roofs, when we do need to do a field repair, this combination of a 3-course using the 800 elastic cement and polyester, coupled with the 720 and polyester, is very common out in the field.